Good morning, students. Let us today start with chapter number 1.4, The King's Choice of English Subject. So please open page number 10 of your English textbook. Chapter number 1.4, The King's Choice by Shankar. It is from the Folk Tales Retold book. The King's Choice is a folk tale which tells us about the importance of qualities of loyalty and kindness. In this story, the Lion King proves that a king's might and majesty may win him some untrue and fake followers, but kindness alone can give him the gift of faithful friends. In the story, there is another character of the camel who is very faithful and innocent by nature. Looking at that character, we can clearly state that the old proverb, loyalty always pays, comes true to the camel. The story here takes us to a forest where the Lion King appoints the fox, the vulture, and the leopard as his courtiers. Each of them have the specific qualities. The fox here is very wise and a clever creature. The vulture is very selfish and greedy by nature, but he can fly at a great height at a very fast speed. And leopard is very watchful and swift of his foot, and so he is being appointed as the bodyguard of the lion. In the story, the vulture, because of his selfish and greedy motive of eating up the Lion King, lures him into going to the desert to eat the camel meat. Other courtiers also come along with the Lion King to the desert to eat the camel meat. The king gets tired after walking a long distance in the scorching sun, and at that time the king refuses to move further and he tells his courtiers that he wants to go back. At that moment, the fox comes with his witty plan. He goes to get some help in the desert, and there he meets the camel and makes friendship with the camel and tell the camel to come before the king as the king has called him. The innocent camel appears before the king, and the innocent camel then agrees to take the king back to the forest on his back. So, not only the king but the vulture and the fox also sit on the camel's back and they move towards the forest. Looking at this faithful and loyal nature of the camel, the king is filled with thankfulness towards the camel on saving his life, and he allows the camel to live in his court as long as he is alive, and he also promises to give him the protection. But the three courtiers are very unhappy with the decision because they wanted to have a feast on camel's meat. But still, looking at the king's decision, they keep quiet. However, after a few days, the king is unable to go to hunting because of his burned paws, and so the king orders his courtiers to bring food for him. Here, the cunning fox again uses his brain and he holds a meeting and they plan to force the king to eat the camel. In the process, they make a plan and they come before the Lion King, and in an order one by one, each of them tells the king to eat them up in order to satisfy his hunger. But the Lion King is very smart and he clearly understands the plans of these three courtiers, and so Lion King then agrees to eat the courtiers one by one in the order that they had presented. The courtiers are now shocked and they are compelled to flee. Thus, the king clearly judges between his unfaithful courtiers and his faithful courtiers, and in the end, the unfaithful courtiers leave the court and move away, and the camel remains in the court and he is paid by the king for his loyalty with great kindness. Now, students, this was the story of the chapter The King's Choice. Now, I will be reading the chapter for you. You have to pay proper attention to the pronunciation of the difficult words, and then you have to read the chapter twice with proper pronunciation. Chapter number 1.4, The King's Choice. There was once a lion who was king of the forest. He was big and strong and very fierce. Fierce means physically violent and frightening. All the other animals in the forest called him king. They brought him gifts from every corner of the forest. But the more the lion had, the more he wanted. A king must have a coat, he said to himself one day. He called a fox to his side. You are known to be a wise and a clever creature, Fox, said the lion. I want you to be my adviser. Thank you, Your Majesty, said the fox, bowing low. The lion next called a leopard to his side. You are known to be watchful and swift of foot, leopard. I want you to be my bodyguard. So, watchful here means alert and vigilant, and swift means quick. Thank you, Your Majesty, said the leopard, bowing low. The lion then called a vulture to his side. You are a bird vulture and can fly high. You are to be my messenger. So, based on the qualities of each and every animal, they are given different posts in the court. Fox is made the advisor, leopard is made the bodyguard, and vulture is made the messenger. Thank you, Your Majesty, said the vulture, bowing low. The fox, the vulture, and the leopard took an oath of loyalty to the king. Oath here means a promise or a vow. The king promised to give them food and protection. For some time, all went well in the court of the Lion King. The three courtiers never opposed the king. His wishes were law. So, whatever king said became law in the court. Whenever he roared, they stood in awe. So, whenever the lion would roar, at that time the three courtiers would stand with respect and fear before the lion. Awe here means with respect and fear. Whenever he took a walk, they followed him. When the Lion King went hunting, they found the animals for him to kill, and after he had had his meal, he left the remains for them. So, they always had enough to eat. One day, the vulture came back from a flight. Your Majesty, have you ever eaten a camel? He asked. It is very tasty. I ate it once in the desert. The lion had never seen a camel, but he liked the idea of trying camel's meat. But where can we get a camel? He asked. There is a desert some miles away, said the vulture. I was flying over it when I saw a lone camel not far away. Lone means only one alone. It looked big and fat. The lion looked at his other advisers. They were wise and experienced. He wanted their opinion. Now the fox and the leopard did not know the desert, but they did not want the vulture to seem wiser than them. So they said, since it was the vulture's idea, he should lead the way. Now, who is going to be the guide? Vulture. Vulture is going to be the guide, and he would take the two courtiers along with the lion to the desert. Early next morning, the lion and his court started off on the camel hunt. They reached the edge of the desert easily. But after they left the shelter of the forest, the day became very hot. The sun shone down with his fire hot rays. High up in the cooler air, the vulture flew. Hurry along, he called. The camel is not far off. But the lion could not hurry any more. The hot sand had burned his paws. Paws means animal's foot. So, lion's foot was burnt. He could go no farther. Stop, he shouted to the others. Let us go back to the forest. I do not care to try camel meat. The Lion King's advisors were frightened. The forest was far behind, and then they did not know how to get the lion back. So now, at this moment, lion decided to go back to the forest, and so the three courtiers were very much frightened because now they were afraid that if lion felt hungry, then he might eat them. The leopard wanted to run away. The vulture wanted to watch and wait and eat the lion later on. Now leopard was very afraid and so he wanted to run away. But vulture, he was very selfish by nature and he thought if lion gets tired and when he will take a rest, then I will eat the lion later on. But the clever fox thought of a plan. Off into the desert he ran, saying, I will bring some help. After running for some time, the fox found the camel. The camel was indeed surprised to see him. Hurry up, friend camel, said the fox. Our king wants you at once. Your king, said the camel. Who is that? I do not know any king. I only know my master for whom I carry goods across the desert. Our king, the lion, has killed your master, said the fox. Now you are free, and the lion has invited you to live at his court. Come along. The camel followed the fox. When the fox and the camel reached the lion's camp, the vulture and the leopard were surprised. Even the lion looked pleased in spite of his burned paws. The camel was presented to the king. He agreed to serve the lion in return for a home at his court. Now, king also offered lion a place at his court, and so lion agreed to serve the camel agreed to serve the lion. Get on the camel's back, your majesty, said the fox. We will return home. The lion at once jumped onto the camel's back. His courtiers, the fox and the leopard, jumped up behind him. And with the vulture flying ahead as a guide, they set off on the long journey back to the forest. When the travelers reached the forest, they were all tired and hungry. The fox, the leopard, and the vulture looked at the camel, then they looked at each other and smiled hungry smiles. So now they all were tired and hungry, and at that moment the three courtiers looked at each other and thought that now lion will eat the camel and they will get the camel meat to eat. They had brought the camel for the king's dinner. Now it was the time for the feast. Feast means a large meal typically eaten during celebrations. The Lion King knew what his courtiers were thinking. He called the camel to him. Now, Lion was very well aware of the motives of his three courtiers, so he called the camel to him. Friend camel, he said, I have to thank you for saving my life. You are welcome to live at my court as long as you like. I promise you my protection. The lion's courtiers were shocked. Had they not risked their lives so that he could try camel's meat? Now the lion's courtiers were shocked because they had also put their own life in danger by accompanying the lion to the desert, and now the king wanted to let the camel live. The courtiers were not pleased with his decision, yet they could do nothing. Now the lion's paws were so badly burned that he could not go hunting, but that did not keep him from growing very hungry indeed. Fox, leopard, vulture. So he gave order to his three courtiers. Don't you see that I am ill and hungry? Go and get me some food. The courtiers had to obey the king, so out they went, but they did not go far. They sat down in a safe place and discussed what they could do. So now again they came up with a new idea because they wanted to have the camel's meat. I know, said the fox after a while. We shall make the camel ask to be eaten. He told the others of his plan. They all agreed, so they went to the king. So now one by one in an order, each one of them came before the king and told the king to eat them. First the vulture stepped forward. Your majesty, he said, bowing low, we have found no food, but we cannot let your majesty suffer. I am a poor creature, eat me. So your vulture is telling the lion to eat himself. The poet pushed the vulture aside. I have more meat. The fox pushed the vulture aside. I have more meat on me, he cried. Eat me, your majesty. Second in turn came the fox before the king, pushing the vulture aside, and he told the king to eat him. Now the leopard rushed forward. I am not much good, he cried, but I could make a meal for the king. third came the leopard, and he agreed to give his life for the king. The camel was very innocent. He was not aware of the selfish motive of these three courtiers, and he was listening to all these offers. The camel listened to all these offers. He must do as much he thought. So he also felt that he should also give his life for the king. So he also came forward and said, Your Majesty, he said, I too am willing to give my life for you. Please eat me instead of these old friends of yours who will be more useful to you than I am. This was what the fox, the leopard, and the vulture were waiting for. They prepared to jump at the camel, but the lion stopped them. So now, when the camel came forward to give his life, at that time, fox, leopard, and vulture felt that their plan became successful and they began to attack on the camel. But lion was very much aware of the selfish motives of these three courtiers, and so the lion king stopped them. You are all good and loyal subjects, he said. My heart is touched by your offer. I accept them all. I shall eat you in the order in which you offered yourself. So now what did the lion king tell in return? That I am very much happy with the offers you have given, and I accept your offers, and I will eat you in the order in which you have presented yourself before me. So first I will be eating the vulture, then the fox, then leopard, and then comes the camel. The vulture, the fox, and the leopard were all shocked. Away flew the vulture, away ran the fox and the leopard. They were never seen in the forest again. The lion laughed to see them go. Then he turned to the camel and said, You have been loyal and good. You shall be my friend as long as we are alive. So the king was clearly able to differentiate between his loyal and unloyal courtiers, and lion realized that the three courtiers, vulture, leopard, and fox, were not his faithful friends, but it was the camel who was his faithful friend. The camel was happy and grateful. The lion thought to himself, To be king is good, but to be kind is better. Now, through this line, what does the lion wants to tell us? The lion king through the lines, to be king is good, but to be kind is better, wants to say that as a king, he demanded respect but couldn't win loyal friends or courtiers. But by being kind to the camel, he not only gained respect but also won a true friend. So, to be king and to show its own power and strength is good, but to be kind is more better, because by being kind we gain not only respect but also we win true friends. So, it's a story by Shankar taken from the book Folk Tales Retold. Now, students, you are supposed to read this chapter twice with proper pronunciation. The word meanings and notes of this chapter will be provided to you in PDF. Thank you.